Good Friday in Benque Viejo. Unusual, because every Good Friday we see lots of people all over Benque. It's a crowded place during Good Friday with so many activities. This is unusual due to the pandemic. And today we have here Ms. Nayeli Trujillo, who is the coordinator for the Benque Viejo House of Culture. Ms. Nayeli, tell us about this project that has been completed today.
Well, thank goodness it was completed, and it was not myself but the community. The community at all stages was behind the scenes and on the scenes. What we see today is a reflection of the community support that we have here in our community, and we called it a tribute to life because with the pandemic and in 2020 we were not realized with such privilege to conduct this beautiful intrinsic artistry. So today we said about 2 weeks ago we started this process, shall we do it, and the community was all supportive of this effort. This is a tribute to life because the pandemic has been very challenging in many ways, financially. We have had many losses of citizens here in our community, and having colors and the importance of art in our hearts, it's so uplifting and it empowers us as a community. This activity surely is a reflection of the community support that we have. It was not easy coming to this product today because even Mother Nature was against us.
Yes, we noticed this morning it was raining.
In the morning,
And kind of washed away some of the...
So it was disheartening because despite the weather, people were still positive and being very supportive, like let's continue, and it was raining cats and dogs. And we were even under a tent, and the tent was trying to be blown away, that you experienced, but then came the mayor and Ms. Terry, the councillor, and the councillors to tell us that, they have obtained 4 more additional tents. And surely that was
a big
so
help,
comforting for everyone. Yes. Even though some carpets were washed away, they kept with that spirit that they wanted to continue, and then everybody was giving suggestions and their ideas, to let's throw it in let's do our work on the sidewalks. Because the main plan was to do it here on the main plaza because of social distancing and the safety guidelines and protocols that we have to follow. Yes. And that was the best outcome, and that really showed us what community is really made of. Because when we have leadership that supports, this is a reflection on the product of it. So at the end of the day, our hearts jump off with glee to present this to our community, and we're also thankful to everyone who has pitched in to our successes today.
So the painting, the obtaining of the sawdust, the painting, how did you manage to get all this amount of sawdust painted?
We had the support of volunteers from John Paul Junior College. So the first step was we made a consultation with the mayor. Mayor, we have this idea, and he had just been sworn in. And on that occasion, I approached the mayor and I said, Mayor, we want to do this because people have been asking what will happen, but he said you need to get legal permission. So we got and applied for the permission. So afterwards, I said, we need this and we need materials. We need our materials were simple. We needed alcohol, we needed vinegar, we needed salt, we needed the dye. And then once we have those main ingredients, the human resources and the volunteers is something that it's not a problem here in Benque, and that as a fact. So this is how it started. And we had the volunteers and Ian and the entire crew. They were very supportive. Miss Carla Pinello, and as you can see in some of the images that we have shared, these are the people who have been behind this.
Okay.
So I am just, in charge of coordinating and seeking logistics, but the people behind this really need to, and I really can't point out at anyone because, we tend to forget certain names and we don't want anybody to be disheartened. But organizationally, we can say that the Benque Viejo Town Council, we can also include the Rotaract youth, John Paul Junior College, the Los Hijos del West, our neighbors who are always very supportive, our friends, and in general, the whole community, for always embracing opportunities as this. And we also had Light Youth Group that they have certain carpets that we also invited to go and document because it's so beautiful. And the spirit of Benque Viejo, you know, this is just what we need to ease this tension of the pandemic.
Correct.
And in reality, you know, art heals. And just having a little outing at one of our best outdoor parks, it's just one of the best moments we can have.
So how would you say, are you feeling after all this preparation and everything and seeing the success, even though it's not as huge as previous years, but what's your feeling at this time that you see things are coming to an end?
Well, we feel very satisfied at the highest peak and point because even though, and we explained because of resources and materials and because of the short span, this is just a small scale and this is a snippet of what Benque has to offer on such day. This is nothing compared to what we're used to.
Yes.
But bringing this to life, and the reflection of today has been work that has been ongoing for the past 3 weeks. It's not something that just started, we're going to do it one day, but because material, the painting, the coloration, people do take their time to make their stencils. And on a day like today, people are out early, you know? Yes. So it's a lot of investment. We call it a labor of love and passion. So I am ecstatic about a moment like today. And this is the personal satisfaction and the satisfaction of the community, you know, that it gathers momentum and we're looking forward to be back in the new normal. Our community, it's one of the greatest elements that we have in our community, the spirit.
Yes. And you know this is a big attraction, we could say tourist attraction.
At the end of the day, we have to look at things in the tourism perspective that, you know, we have an experience. This is our cultural product. And in addition to that, this is what enhances the whole heritage of Benque Viejo because we can see families coming together. We see children, we see grandmothers working and bringing in their children. We see mothers, we see parents, and this unifies us. And this is also ensuring that for the generations to come, we will have, and our culture is alive and standing.
Can you encapsulate your feeling, 1, 2, or 3 words?
Ecstatic. And that's our cultural adrenaline that we live on. You know, this is not just our job, but this is the way how we live in Benque.
I love that thing you said, cultural adrenaline.
It's a cultural adrenaline because this is not on a book. What will I do on a day like today? But we're dependent on, and even today, Mr. Choling, when we make a decision, it's a collective decision. Yes. It was not my decision to come out today and continue and going against the rain. I said, rain or shine, we are still here. And what do you think? What shall we be doing? You know. So everybody pitched in and gave us their sentiments. They said, let's continue. If it rains, we can't control the rain, but we can control our feelings.
The spirit was there.
The spirit has always been there in everything that Benque does, and it's not because I'm a native of this community, but this is my land and this is what we do for Benque and for Belize.
Exactly. So from Benque, Ms. Nayeli, your message to all Belizeans and beyond Belize.
Let's continue living the momentum in Benque, and if you're not part of something here in Benque, we invite you to join in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you as well, Mr. Chile.